In 2006, Tesla unveiled the Roadster and there were only 350 people at the event, not much compared to the attendance for the Model Y and Model 3 events. Elon Musk got the first production model in 2008.
Call this the $50 million car. That's about the amount of money that I've invested in Tesla. So it's kind of expensive.
And it took Tesla nearly 2 years to build 1,000 Roadsters. Today, 1,000 cars is just a day's work at the Fremont factory. So after Tesla proved that an electric car could be exciting, quick, and have a long range, it was time to show the world that an electric car could also be practical. That an electric car could be the best car, period. In 2009, Tesla unveiled the Model S prototype and the first production models were delivered in 2012. In its first year, the Model S won many awards, and even in 2019, Motor Trend labeled the 2013 Model S as the ultimate car of the year, or the best car among all other cars that Motor Trend has ever awarded Car of the Year in its 70-year history. Unlike the Model 3, the Model S was never intended to be a high-volume car, but there's still a strong market for high-end cars. After all, each month Mercedes sells 1,000 S-Class sedans in just the United States. That's a car that starts at $90,000, and there are many other luxury brands. This year though, sales of the Model S have been the worst in years. In January, Tesla eliminated the night shift for Model S and X production, and in Q1, sales for the two models collapsed to just 12,000 units. Tesla doesn't break down sales for the S and X, but if you assume half for the Model S, you'd have to go back to 2013 to find a quarter with less Model S deliveries. The reduction of the federal tax credit definitely played a role, but also last year there were rumors around a refreshed Model S and X with renderings of a completely new interior. Today, the Model 3 has a clean, minimalistic dashboard that looks a little more modern than the Model S. With Mercedes, the difference between a C-Class interior and S-Class interior is very obvious. You can tell that one is better than the other, but with Tesla, you don't quite get that feeling. In the drawings, the new interior features an updated steering wheel, a landscape screen, and a very large single AC vent like the Model 3. It even shows that there will be a second screen behind the steering wheel, which the Model 3 doesn't have. With the anticipation of a major refresh on an $80,000 car, it's no surprise that people were hesitant to buy a Model S, and in April, Tesla finally updated the cars. It was a great update, but there were no interior or exterior redesigns. The new cars known as Raven featured a new adaptive air suspension, increased driving range, and faster charging speeds, which were still slower than the Model 3 though. Sales for Q2 were better, but still below historical quarters. In California, which is a big market for Tesla, sales of the Model S fell by an estimated 54% from last year. In the past, Tesla has been unwilling to admit that the Model 3 is cannibalizing sales of the Model S by stating that the two sedans are in different categories. However, Elon Musk recently said this.
I think that there's some cannibalization. I think maybe a false expectation in the market that there's like some big overhaul coming for S and X, which then causes people to hesitate to buy if they think there's like some radical redesign coming, which is why I emphasize publicly that this is not the case. The Model S and X today are radically better than the ones that when we first started production, especially S. Like say like 2013 or 2012 Model S compared to today's Model S, night and day. In fact, I still run into people I know who have like 2013 Model S and they think it hasn't changed. I'm like, it is dramatically better in every way. But we don't do model years. We just roll in improvements as they come. So, but I think there is maybe a communications issue where people don't realize just how much better the S and X are today than when we first started. And we obviously want to address that communications issue. Demand should be higher for S and X than it is, and we'll get to the bottom of it and fix it.
While there definitely is cannibalization, I think he's right when he says there's a communication error. Earlier this year, Tesla moved its sales strategy online, but the website does a poor job at selling the Model S. On the order page, the Model S starts at $80,000. That's $25,000 more than the most expensive version of the Model 3 and twice the price of the Standard Range Plus Model 3. According to the website, for all that extra money, all you get is a bigger car with 60 more miles of range. Oh, and if you look hard, you can see that it has adaptive air suspension. On the downside, the $25,000 cheaper Model 3 Performance has a faster 0 to 60 time and top speed. The Model 3 even has faster charging rates. The Model S may have a better ride quality, more space, more luxurious features, and a further driving range and nicer design, but they don't really tell you that. Tesla hasn't made a YouTube video about the Model S in months, and Tesla doesn't advertise either. Even for the Raven update, Tesla just wrote a blog post. With Tesla having a limited number of retail stores and not opening any more in favor of online sales, it's even more difficult for them to convey the message of how good the Model S of today is, or at least how it compares to the Model 3. As Elon Musk said during the call, over the years the Model S has come a very long way. The Model S was introduced in 2012 and had a driving range of 208 miles. Today, it can drive 370 miles. Over the years, it got a facelift, new battery pack configurations, better Autopilot hardware, and much quicker acceleration. Of course, there were other small details and continuous over-the-air software updates to improve the car. But after Tesla introduced ludicrous mode in the 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack in late 2016, Tesla's focus shifted to the Model 3 and not much happened to the Model S until the Raven refresh. Elon Musk has tried to simmer down the fact that the Model S and X won't be receiving a refresh and that Tesla just rolls out incremental updates. However, most people would agree that something big is coming soon, or at least has to come soon. If not, Tesla needs to find a better way to explain why the Model S of today is better, especially when there are changes. It's hard for people to tell when the car looks the same and has the same name. Even Apple introduces colors for mid-cycle refreshes like the gold iPhone XS so that people can flex about owning the latest iPhone model. Even the Honda Civic got new colors, different rims, and Chrome deleted the 2020 model even though it's the exact same car as the 2016 Civic. If it's going to be a better car that looks and sounds the same, maybe Tesla should create more videos about the Model S or start running ads. I know that I just made a video on why Tesla doesn't advertise, and I know that word of mouth is great, but in this case it may be working against them because even I would tell you to buy the 3 over the S. What do you think? Considering the price difference, would you rather have the Model 3 or the Model S? Do you think Tesla will redesign the Model S exterior or interior? Do you think Tesla will start running ads for the first time? I'd love to know what you think. Please consider subscribing, and as always, thank you for watching.